love bugs. Welcome to Wake Up with Santi. My name is Santi.Satori.Star and I am here to help you wake up. So what does that mean? Do I mean like you waking up to me in the mornings? No, not necessarily. I'm only doing one video a week. But I'm here to help you unify all aspects of yourself. I'm here to help you to become who you truly are meant to be and to live in truth of yourself and to become the essence of who you are and to live your life the way that you deserve to live your life. So how do I plan on doing that? You're probably asking. Well, my goal is to help you to connect all aspects of yourself, mind, body, and soul. With the techniques that I'm going to be using to help you are things that I've done for myself to help me transform and things that I've also used to help others. And now I feel that it's time for me to broaden my horizons and offer my services and my help to anyone who is felt called to me and my energy and what I have to offer. I also want to just go ahead and point this out in case you're wondering why I'm looking down. I have a little checklist to make sure I talk about all the stuff I need to talk about. And if you see me squinting a little bit, it's because I took my glasses off because the ring light was reflecting too much and I didn't want that to be a distraction. So anyways, my goal is to help to empower you to love yourself fully as you are now, as you have been in the past, and as who you will become and be in the future. So let's break it down so that you know what to expect from me each week with these videos, okay? So I said before that I'm here to help you to unify yourself by connecting and aligning your mind, body, and soul. Let's talk about how I'm going to do that for each individual subset. So for your mind aspect, I'm here to kind of be your introspective counselor, so to speak. Right now I'm working on my doctorate in interpersonal counseling, and the gist of this relationship that you and I will have, especially from a generalized version, unless we decide to, or you decide to work with me one-on-one, is I'm basically going to be here to help you to reprogram your way of thinking, not only about yourself, but the way that you see the world and the way that you see society. And a lot of this work is going to be entail you doing a lot of self-therapy with my guidance. So you can kind of think of me as like a tour guide, okay? A lot of that includes a lot of talk therapy. So in a lot of the videos, I'm going to have a lot of interaction with you this way, where I'm just talking about things that I think are issues that a lot of us deal with. And sometimes you don't feel like you have someone that identifies with you or has been through it, or you just feel alone. And I'm here to help you get through those moments of distress, okay? So that's how I plan to help you with connecting your mind to your true self. So now let's talk about the body. I'm also a Hatha yoga teacher. So I will be doing yoga videos every week to help you to be motivated each week to connect with your body and to learn to release any stresses or anxieties or anything that is holding you down, to release that on the mat each and every week. I also will be able to help you with any type of diet or body things that or issues that you're having. Personally, I've lost over 100 pounds by changing my diet, and that did not include a lot of exercise. So those of you who are on a weight loss journey right now, if you need some tips or you just want someone to ask questions, I'm your girl. I'm here for it all day. And 90% of losing weight is what you eat, okay? So keep that in mind. So I am a certified yoga teacher, and I have my master's in public health for those of you out there who are looking for credentials, okay? I'm not just, you know, I am educated, okay? So now let's move on to the soul aspect of yourself. What am I going to be able to do for you in terms of your soul connection? I'm also an oracle and tarot reader. So for me, it's important for me to connect to my spirituality. And I know that everyone watching this video may not consider themselves spiritual or religious, and that's okay. Whatever it is that you gain from these videos is meant for you, and what is not, you just leave it there. In every video, I'll leave timestamps. So if there are parts that you want to skip, feel free to skip that. And maybe later on, those parts will become it'll resonate with you more and you'll maybe decide to click on it. Either way, you have the free will to choose what you want. I'm just here to be your tour guide. So I will be doing oracle readings every week to help you to work on things that may be having you out of alignment at the moment, so that we can readjust and you can continue to evolve into the person and being that you want to and are meant to be. Okay? And then lastly, to unify all those things, I also am a certified Crystal Reiki practitioner. So every week I will be offering and giving Reiki healings to those of you who choose to buy the extended version of my videos. So I know I've brought up a few things here. I brought up intrapersonal counseling. I brought up yoga. I've brought up oracle reading and Reiki healing. Now, just in terms of time constraints and the fact that this video was already going to be pretty long, I'm not going to go into detail about what each of those things are. But it's likely that if you clicked on this video, that you have some desire, or you have something, or one of those things resonates with you. And if you haven't heard of it before, but when I said it, it kind of made you a little excited, then I encourage you to research it. Later on, I will or can go into more depth about each of those things if that is something you all are interested in. But do your research. Everyone has a smartphone now with Google. If you don't know what Reiki healing is, Google Reiki healing, okay? Or Google oracle readings. YouTube it, okay? So there are resources out there for you to check those things out. So at the end of every video, I'll be doing Reiki healing to help you stay aligned throughout the week. And whenever you're starting to feel unbalanced, you can go back and listen to the Reiki or connect with it when you're in the car, before you're going to sleep, because Reiki does not know time, distance, or space. So if you have the intent of accepting that energy, it will be there for you. Okay, so how is this going to work, and what should you expect each week with each of those subsets? Okay, so there is going to be a free portion for the week every week, but you know, your girl also has bills to pay. So I'm also going to be having an extended version to where you can purchase. There'll be different sets of purchases that you can buy, you know, depending on your budget or your interest level. I've made this as affordable as possible, and honestly, once you see the prices, you'll realize that if you look at Reiki healing on its own, you know, a lot of times it can be between $60 and $100 for an hour. But for my entire extended video, it'll be $33, which is not expensive in the grand scheme of things. However, if that's too much money, you don't have to purchase the whole thing. But if you really feel that you need it and you're financially struggling right now, like we all are, I understand it. All you have to do is contact me and we can work something out. So now that that's out of the way, let's talk about the breakdown for each week. So each week, the free portion will include a general tarot reading, or let me say oracle reading, because in these readings, I'm not really going to dive into tarot too much. Maybe sometimes if I feel called for it, but oracle readings will be the main focus of these videos. So I'll do an oracle reading that will help you to figure out what are the things that you need to work on this week, what may be your blockages, and how you can move forward from those blockages within this week. That will be free, okay? And then I also have a 30-minute yoga video for you to, or routine for you to do, that you can do every day that week to help you with the oracle reading. So the oracle also will include hand mudras that you can use within the yoga series, and I'll talk about that more when we get to the yoga part of the first yoga video. So those two things will be free. So you have the general oracle reading and the 30 minutes of yoga. So that will be free every week. But then there's going to be the aspect, the extended version, where you can purchase extra stuff. So in the extra version, the extended version, you will be able to have an extended oracle reading, which I will go much more in depth into the reading than I did in the general the first part of the general reading. I also give you another 30-minute yoga routine. And here's the thing about this yoga routine. And this is why this part is also going to be, I'm charging for this part. This part is going to be integrate a lot more of dance, and it can sometimes not be very kid friendly in a sense, or PG-13. And I don't want to put any content out that is not conducive to what children may or may not should be watching, depending on their parents' feelings. So that's a big part of that, because a lot of that is going to maybe have aspects that I wouldn't want my children watching if I had children. Okay? Just putting it out there. Is it going to be anything risque or anything? No, it's not like that. It's just a lot more body movement, and it's a little more in depth, if that makes sense. Best way I can describe it is to check it out. And this first video is going to be free. It's not going to be as in-depth, but hopefully that'll give you a gist of what I mean in the videos to come. So you'll also get 30 more minutes of that. I also will be, here I go squinting, so I'm sorry. Here I'm also going to be doing Reiki healings at the end of the extended version. At least 15 to 30 minutes of Reiki healing, so where you can go back every week to every day that week if you need it, if you're starting to feel out of alignment at any time, okay? I also will be doing some sound therapy that may not start in the first videos, but there will be some sound therapy as well. And I also will be giving you some self-care tips and rituals that you can use that week to help you stay in alignment and to help make sure that you are practicing the self-care that you deserve and need. And that is the point that I really want to end on in this video, because this is already almost 12 minutes and we still have the rest of the video to go, and I know everybody does not have unlimited time. So I want you guys to remember that self-care and self-love is the best love. And the only person that is going to be able to love you the way that you deserve to be loved in totality all the time is you. And so we have to take the responsibility on ourselves to choose to love ourselves. And that is why I'm doing this. I want for every person in the world to love themselves the way that I love myself. I want everyone to be confident in themselves, confident in who they are, not just the light self, but their shadow side. And to be able to know how to come into alignment and how to be authentic to themselves and to the world. That is what I am here to help you do, in whatever capacity that is. You may not be interested in oracle readings or the Reiki. Maybe you're just interested in the yoga, and that is completely fine. Whatever it is that I give that you resonate with, please take it and use it to your advantage, and please share it with anyone else who may be in need of it or who you think would just enjoy it in general. So with that being said, thank you so much for spending this time with me and listening to me rant. And if I stuttered a little bit or messed up my words, I am human, and I have no intent on trying to be perfect for anyone, because I love myself as I am. And I love you too. So with that, I hope that you have a beautiful week. I hope that you check out the rest of this video. Let me know what you think. Should I add anything? Should I feedback is always received well by me. So I am not afraid of being critiqued should you have some ideas for me. But if there's any negativity, you can keep that to yourself, okay? Thank you. Anyways, lots of love to you. Have a beautiful week, and I will see you again next week, and the week after that, 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 and so on, etc. And if you need me in the meantime, please feel free to check out my website. You can contact me there. I'll also link my email address below. My website is called Santi's Self-Love, S-A-N-T-I-S, self-love, .com. And I'll also link that below for you too. So if you have any questions in the meantime, or if you would like to see my one-on-one services, you can check out my website again there. And have a beautiful week. Love yourself. Be good to yourself and be good to those around you. Until next week, I'll see you later. Be blessed. Bye. Hey loves, welcome to the oracle part of this video. I'm so glad that you took the time to be interested in this portion of the video, not just the yoga, because I believe that this message will help you to connect with parts of yourself that you may not be aware of, in need of some healing this week. And so I think that doing a pick a card every week will help you to gauge your energy and to know where you need to focus your energy more this week, in conjunction with doing the yoga exercises every day of this week. I think that this will help you to continue to evolve into your best self, the best version of yourself. So I'm not going to ramble too much, but what I do want you to do is, there are 3 sets of cards here. We have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So what you need to do here is you need to choose the pile that you are most drawn to. Now, when you first saw these piles, you may have easily identified with one, and so that's the pile that you need to pick. That is your higher self or your intuition telling you that whatever part of this message is needed for you is in that pile. Now keep in mind also that this is a basic reading, so all parts may not be for you. Just take what resonates and leave what does not. And should you need more assistance or more guidance, please feel free to check out my website and get a reading, a personal reading from me. So those of you who've already chosen your pile, good for you. But those of you who still need a few more seconds to engage with the piles and feel the energy to discern which pile is for you. And if you have to choose more than one, that's also fine. Just make sure that you are choosing for your own best interest, okay? Because this is for you, not for anyone else, okay? So for those of you who've already picked a pile, hold on tight. And those of you who still need to pick, go ahead and take a couple of big deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, and just focus on your intent for this week. What is your purpose of this week? What is your purpose for clicking on this video, for looking at this oracle reading, for wanting to do the yoga? I want you to focus on your intent and allow that to lead you to the pile that is meant for you. So if you have your pile, yay. If not, take a couple seconds, pause the video, do what you need to do to pick your pile, and then come back and let's check out the reading. So in the meantime, those of you who've picked your piles, I'm going to go ahead and get started with group number 1. So again, this is group 1, group 2, and group 3. Everybody in group 1, I'll see you there. Everybody else, I'll see you shortly. Okay, love you guys. Hey group number 1, welcome to your oracle reading for this week. So when looking at these cards, the first card that you were allowed to see, to choose from, was this card here, right? And at the bottom of this card it says, level-headedness, be wise. And if you look at the hands there, this looks a lot like the namaste actually that we use in yoga. So when you're practicing your yoga this week, or the yoga that I'm doing in these videos, or if there's another yoga routine that you're doing this week, I encourage you to use these hand motions often this week, not even just during in yoga, but whenever you feel like you need to have some level-headedness. If you feel like you're coming to decisions and you don't really know which direction to go, I encourage you to use this hand position, because as you can see here, the way to this road is not a linear path, right? And this is very much what we see in life. We know that, you know, there's no direct route. There is no really right or wrong answer. It's just a matter of the path that you choose. So it's important for you this week to be wise about the decisions that you are making. So if you want to know more about this card, I encourage you to purchase the second part of my video where we go more in depth in this reading. But for those of you just looking at the first part of the reading, make sure that you're being wise about the decisions that you're making this week, okay? Awesome. So that's the first card. Next card we have here is this manifestation card. This manifestation card at the bottom says, turn desires into reality by activating the power of manifestation. So by being wise and being very discerning about how you want to use your energy and how you want to make your decisions, you're going to start manifesting what it is that you are desiring in life right now. Okay? If you feel like life has been kind of giving you a lot of ups and downs, or you feel like just things aren't going well in your life, this reading may be indicative to you that you need to be more choosy and wise about the directions that you're taking and the decisions that you're making. Be more wise. And for a lot of you, that is going to take grounding. Okay? This card right here is the Earth Star. Okay? Now, I'll go more in depth about the chakras of these three cards in the extended video. So a lot of you are going to need grounding, and here we have roots again, okay? As we have these trees here. So a lot of you need to do some grounding. What does that mean? So a lot of you may be in la la land right now. You have a lot of these ideas and a lot of these thoughts going through your head, but you're not actually taking root and manifesting those desires. It's like you aren't putting in action. So the grounding card indicates to me that you need to work on your lower chakras. You need to work on that sacral chakra, your root chakra, and your solar plexus, okay? Because this next card that we have here is actually a sacral card about flexibility, okay? As you can see there, she's doing the tree pose. So maybe you need to be more flexible about the decisions that you are making this week. Maybe you need to be wise about being flexible and compromising and communicating not only with others, but with yourself. This is the throat chakra, which is all about speaking your truth. So it's likely that a lot of you are denying your truth in this time. Now, this could be for a number of scenarios. This is a general reading again, but to me, this card is saying that you need to really communicate to yourself about what it is you're trying to manifest in your life. Are you really heading down the road that you want to, or is it unlikely that you are truly following your soul's calling? Okay? So for a lot of you, this means that you need to do a lot of grounding. To become grounded, an easy way to do that is to get outside more. Walk barefoot outside, even if it's just for, 20 minutes of getting your vitamin D. Being more flexible, doing your yoga every day. All of these things will help you become more level-headed and be wise. And this will also make you a more effective communicator, not only with yourself, but with others. And this angel answer card here that I have, if there's any question that you've been asking yourself a lot lately in the past week or the past day or whatever the time frame is for you, the answer for you is unlikely. Okay, so bear that in mind for how it resonates for you. Is it unlikely that you're really trying to manifest what you're trying to manifest? Is it unlikely that you're being wise, or is it unlikely that you are kind of pushing things to the back of your mind and trying to live outside of what your soul self is trying to communicate to you? Okay, so group number one, that is your reading. I lied. I have some crystal cards for you. I forgot. So these three crystal cards that I have here, okay? In the extended reading, I'm actually going to read out of the book exactly what they do. So those of you just watching this first part, you feel free to go and research the different chakras and research these crystals. If you do not have these crystals, or you don't have a crystal shop near you, that is okay. You carrying the intent of this video and claiming this reading will allow that energy to come to you. And those of you purchasing the second part of the video, I also am going to be offering Reiki healing to you to use whenever it is that you need it throughout the week to help you manifest your dreams and the life that you want and what you need in this moment of time. So group one, the first crystal card that you got is calcite. Okay. The second card that you got is snowflake obsidian. And the third card that you got is Cryos Praise. I cannot say that. Okay. So group number 1, that's all I'm getting for your reading. So I look forward to seeing you in the yoga edition or part of this reading and of this video for this week. And I look forward to seeing you every week and hoping that this series helps you to grow and gives you something positive. If you need more, again, go ahead and click the video below for the Vimeo so that you can get the additional awesome stuff. And if not, I'll see you next week. Love you. Bye. Hey, group 1. Thank you guys for purchasing the extended reading and the extended services that I'm offering for you guys. So like I said in the first part of this reading, the second half is going to be an extended reading where we go more into depth, and I'm going to actually read from the books for you guys so that you can get everything that it is that you need from this. And since this is a general reading, I think it's really important for me to read to you the specifics so that everyone watching is able to gain what they need from it. Okay, so we've already determined that this week is important for you to be wise about the decisions that you make, okay? To be level-headed, to manifest the life that you would like, okay? So if you need to take a screenshot of this hand pose is actually pretty simple, then go ahead and do that. But I'm also going to read the back so that you get more details about this hand mudra, and so that should you need it, you can take a screenshot of this to read to yourself throughout the week. So I'm not even going to try to say the name of this mudra, but it is a greeting to the inner self. The gesture of greeting activates brain activity and brings inner composure. This mudra opens the door to inner calm, thus to one's inner source of strength, healing, wisdom, and joy. Let your breathing become slow and deep. Year for year, our needs and desires change a little. See through your mind's eye your source of inner understanding as a shining apparition of light. Ask this figure whatever you wish to know, what is important to you, present and in the future. What can lighten your life, what is yours, and what will bring fulfillment. Tranquility and inner wisdom characterize my life. So this reiterates what I said in the first part of the reading. Are you truly communicating to yourself your needs and your desires at the moment? Okay, I get the feeling that maybe a lot of you who picked this pile may be people who are maybe older, or you may be trying to change careers, or you may be just in a place in life where you're in limbo, and now is the time for you to really be wise about the decisions that you want to make, because it's very unlikely that you've been making decisions right now for yourself. Maybe you've been putting other people's needs ahead of your own, and you're not being very flexible with yourself. You aren't grounding yourself in your own needs and desires. So now this week is really important for you to tune in and hone into what it is that you want so that you can manifest your desires into reality. Okay? You have the power to manifest the life that you want to live each and every day, but it takes you going inside of yourself and learning yourself well enough to know, okay, this is for me or this is not for me. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into the book here and I'm going to read each parts of these for you. So I'm also going to show you this page here that shows you the chakras. Now, the bottom here we have the Earth Star, and the top we have the Soul Star. You don't see those very often. Normally we see these in the middle, which are the main chakras, okay, that are in the physical body. These are what connects us to higher source and what connects us to Mother Gaia, okay? So here we have the crown chakra, third eye, then we have the throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, and base. So this week you all got the Earth Star, you also got the sacral chakra and the throat chakra, okay? So let's start off with the grounding chakra. So the message that you are meant to receive from this card today is the following. You have attracted this card into your world today as a sign that it's time to get grounded. You may have been feeling a little scattered with your thoughts and feelings and finding it difficult to focus and concentrate. Maybe you're feeling stressed and busy due to the many demands on you and are finding it difficult to create and manifest positive outcomes and experiences in your life. No, you are not alone. This is a very common feeling, and it is easy to get caught up in the whirlwind and craziness that surrounds you. There is a light at the end of the tunnel for you. The best thing for you right now is to get centered and grounded. And again, this reiterates what I said here. Maybe you aren't putting your needs first. And I know that if you're a partner, if you're a mother, if you have a very demanding job, that is very difficult to do. But now is the time to do it if you want to manifest the life that you want to live, okay? The most powerful way to do this is to align with and reconnect with the beautiful Mother Earth. You are encouraged to take some time in nature, connecting and receiving the abundance of energy and magic she has to share. This is the best medicine for your soul right now. You may like to spend some time at the beach, go for a walk in the bush, visit a lovely waterfall or favorite place in nature where you feel at peace. Sit on the land and feel yourself completely grounded and centered. When you are grounded, you feel a deep connection to yourself and everything around you. And an affirmation that you can repeat to yourself for this is, my energy is completely grounded into the healing energy of Earth. So let Mother Gaia help you to ground yourself. If you're into crystals, I encourage you to get them, to wear them, to use them, and to allow them to help to ground you in times where you feel like you're aloof, where you feel like you don't know which direction is best for yourself, okay? So I hope that's helped you guys a little bit in terms of grounding. Let's look at the flexibility card now. So this is the message for this card. Remember, this is the sacral chakra, okay? You have called upon this card today to encourage you to invite more flexibility into your world. The nature of life and our experiences are constantly inviting us to find a state of flexibility. So this is also telling me that, are you being flexible with your own self? Are you being flexible with your needs? Are you making sure that you are getting what you need out of life for yourself and not putting the needs of everyone else above you, okay? The nature of life and our experiences are constantly inviting us to find a state of flexibility. When you can surrender to these messages, they will allow and embody a more flexible state of being. This will bring an abundance of ease and grace as you find yourself in the flow. Have you been feeling a little rigid in your thoughts or ideas lately? Remember, that's exactly what this card said. Maybe even a little stuck in your ways. If so, it's time to practice the art of flexibility. You may be holding on to something in your life a little too tightly, and now is the time to let go, because it's unlikely that whatever you're holding on to is still serving you. Be wise and make different decisions that are going to help you manifest the life that you want, okay? Sorry, I got lost in my train of thoughts. You may be holding on to something in your life a little too tightly, and now it is time to let go and allow some new energy to flow in. It is easy to get caught up in trivial ideas and thoughts, especially if you have strong belief systems in place in your life. However, at this time, it will be beneficial and very healing to look at some of those outdated ways and beliefs that could be wreaking havoc in your world. Take some time to tune in and see what no longer serves you, and grounding is going to be able to help you to do that. And take the steps to bring about a little more flexibility so that you can manifest. This card could also mean that you are being too rigid with a particular person, and that it's time to give them and yourself a little slack. Flexibility is available to you right now. Let it in and allow for a life with a little more ease and grace. And the affirmation for this is, I am free-flowing and flexible. So be free, be flexible in your decisions that you're making right now. Like, in the state of the world right now, we all are in limbo, so to speak. You know, do I do this? Should I do this? Is it time? You know, you have to follow your soul's calling, whatever that is for you. Now let's take a look at your last chakra here. Again, this is the throat chakra for communication. Okay. Also, I want to let you know that these numbers may be important to you. You may have been seeing them a lot. You may have been seeing 4, 9, 2, and 1 is 3. Okay. So you may have been seeing combinations of those numbers a lot lately, and if that is the case, then this reading is definitely also for you, because numerology, numbers are everything. So if you're interested in numerology, check that out too. So the communication card. You have called upon this card today to let you know it's an important time for communication. All healthy connections and relationships are built on a solid base of good communication. So are you being too rigid with someone else in your life right now? This could also mean you're being too rigid with yourself. And it's time for you to communicate better with yourself and with others, okay? It is easy to hold back or alter your words in order to prevent hurting someone's feelings, fear of rejection, or the possibility of creating some form of conflict. However, it is important that you share your thoughts and feelings honestly with those around you to create and build long-lasting healthy relationships. When you doubt, hinder, or manipulate the flow in communication, again, that word flow is coming out again, okay? This interference blocks the throat chakra and can create a world of suppression and confusion. Holding on to unexpressed thoughts and feelings can lead to pain, confusion, and unhealthy patterns. Take a moment to see if there's anyone in your life you are not communicating effectively with due to fear, rejection, or maybe even unwanted conflict. You are being encouraged at this time to speak up and share your feelings. Communication can also mean writing your feelings down on paper, which is also a good tool to use. Do what is required to action your communication. You may even like to try some healing and clearing processes on your throat chakra. A few great crystals to work with to clear the chakra are blue lace agate, blue kyanite, and cryoscola. And we got something similar to cryoscola, didn't we? Cryoscopraise. I'll show you the crystal cards in a second. And I was just talking about getting crystals, right? Take some time and space for yourself, and taking those crystals with you outside will also help you as well, okay? Take some time and space for yourself. Place the crystal on your throat chakra and breathe in the crystal's energy, helping it to open and clear. Make sure you are communicating from a place of love and compassion and that your delivery is clear and centered. Communication is also about listening. Make sure that as you communicate, you also listen with an open heart without judgment. As you trust, you will feel a huge weight off your shoulders and a natural healing will occur. You will feel a deeper connection with yourself and those around you. And the affirmation for this one is, I communicate in all ways with ease and grace. So, guys, it's going to be really important for you this week to put your needs first. And remember, at the end of the second yoga video after Savasana, I'm going to be doing a Reiki healing for you. So throughout the week, if you're feeling like you're becoming unbalanced and you need to be realigned, feel free to go back and watch the Reiki part or listen to the Reiki part of the video so that you can get that healing that you need, because that's what I'm here for, guys. To help you evolve and to grow and to realize the truth of who you are, okay? So I hope this has helped so far. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you the crystal cards again, and I'm going to read out of the book because I think that's important. And then I'm going to give you some tips, some different rituals that you can choose to or not to do to start manifesting the life that you want right now, okay? The life that you desire. So again, the first crystal card that you guys got was calcite. I know you can't really see that, can you? There's calcite there. Then we got cryosprays. I can't say that, but it's okay. And then the last one we have here is snowflake obsidian. Okay, so now let's take a look in the book and read what each of these has for you. And I turned right to calcite. Look at that. So calcite, a stone, is really good for energy, vitality, enhanced memory, study, communication, and expansion. So you know what we're going to do here? We're going to put that calcite over top of this because that's important for your communication this week. Your energy levels are on an increase, and you will soon feel a newfound sense of vitality and enthusiasm for life. An exciting new venture is in store. Now, this stone will help you to do that should you choose to be wise in the decisions that you're making, okay? Should you choose to put yourself first, okay? The crystals can only and will only help you should you choose to accept their help, to accept your own help actually as well. You will find yourself communicating your ideas and feelings to others with clarity and certainty. People will pay attention and will want to be a part of your venture. So if you're being kind of rigid with someone and you're not effectively communicating, this stone is going to help you to do that. And not only will it help you communicate, but whoever it is that you're communicating with, and remember, this can also be yourself, it's going to help you to, you're going to be accepted. It's going to be a positive thing. So don't think about the negative outcomes of speaking up for yourself, okay? Because in the end, it can only be good because you're doing it for your greatest self, okay? People will pay attention and will want to be a part of your venture. Calcite is also about the expanded awareness which stems from knowledge. And tree of knowledge, look here. Trees. Okay, so if you've been debating whether or not you want to go on this venture of studying something or going back to school, or starting a new trade, a new job, this reading is definitely indicating that it's good for a good idea, because it's unlikely that right now you're doing what you really desire to be doing in life. This magical crystal will assist you in your studies and enhance your memory. It will also help you to put your knowledge to good use in ways that expand the possibilities of your life. Yay! Okay, so that's what calcite will do for you. Then we have the Crystal. Y'all know I can't say that one, so sorry. You look at the word there, see if you can, somebody help me figure out how to say it. I think this goes well over this flexibility card here, because this card is for fertility, love, compassion, truth, and uplifting. And this could also go well with communication, for communicating your truth. Crystal helps open the heart center and allows you to feel presence of divine unconditional love. You are entering a fertile period. So again, you guys must be, some of you must be really flooded with all these ideas of new things, new ventures, new paths that you want to take in life right now. And you're very undecided as to how to do that or how to manifest it. Well, the key to this is you need to ground, okay? Get grounded, and that will allow these thoughts, these ideas to really come to fruition, so that you can put action behind all of your ideas, okay? You're entering a fertile period that will enable you to creatively express your true nature in a loving and compassionate way. For some reason, I just got the thought, I was just told that some of you are debating having kids, because fertility obviously is, has much to do with bearing children. And maybe you're having a hard time talking to your partner about that. Maybe they don't want kids, or you haven't talked about it, so you don't know how they're going to take it. But this is definitely something you want to communicate and open up about, okay? Those of you who are kind of going back and forth about having kids, or maybe adopting kids, or taking on someone else's kids if you're in a new relationship. Through this, you will give birth to new ideas and reflect and align with your true essence. All you would love to create, manifest, and achieve is now possible, because you can manifest it, right? Provided you remain true to yourself. That's what I've been saying this whole time. Remain true to yourself. Listen to what your heart is saying and be guided by your intuition, and you will create the success and fulfillment you also rightly deserve. Many wondrous experiences are in store for you, okay? So if you choose you, then you will be choosing everything, if that makes sense, okay? Choose you, and everything else will fall into place. So now the last one is the Snow Obsidian. Snowflake Obsidian, excuse me. And this is for empowerment, protection, ideas, and talents. So you guys are flooded right now with these ideas. You have all these talents, and you don't know how to manifest it. You don't know which way to go. But by grounding yourself, by going outside, by connecting with Mother Earth, Mother Earth is going to help you, is going to lead you down the path that you should be going. If you trust her, if you trust yourself, if you communicate with yourself lovingly and efficiently, if you have openness and flexibility in maybe doing things and going about things a way that you maybe had not thought of, okay, or didn't think that would be a possibility. Be open to new possibilities, okay? You have so many wonderful inspirations, ideas, and talents that to date you have kept hidden, protecting and nurturing them within the fertile, again, fertile. Some of y'all must be wanting to have some babies or something. Go ahead. Within the fertile and loving landscape of your heart and imagination, and rightly so. For the last few years, you have been like an incubation period, a time in which you have subconsciously been collecting creative fuel to be used at a later date. Well, that time has come now. You will soon begin to express and empower your ideas and inspirations as you discover practical applications for them in the physical world. It is time for you to shine, so don't hold back any longer, okay? Choose yourself, group 1. Choose the path that is less traveled by. That is a poem by Jon Snow. Ironically or not, Jon Snow is called the poem is called The Path Less Traveled, I believe. So maybe that's a good poem for you guys to look up to help encourage you and motivate you this week, so that you can start actually manifesting this life that you've been dreaming of for a while, apparently, and you've just been kind of putting those things on the back burner. Well, I'm telling this, if you chose this reading, now is the time for you to be wise about the decisions that you're making, so that you're making decisions for yourself, okay? That's beautiful. So this last card here is the manifestation. And with this, I'm going to give you some different rituals that you can do to help you to manifest better, should you decide to. And there are going to be, let me see. Okay, I'm trying to read the ones where people will have most of the supplies. Okay. You could create a manifestation binder. So what you will need for a manifestation binder: a loose leaf binder, photos of the things you wish to manifest, and a glue stick or tape. Place your photos into the pages of your binder. Leaf through your manifestation binder often so that you can focus your mind on your goals regularly. Continue to update it as needed, adding photos, drawings, poems, or messages that represent your goals and desires. Believe in your goals and desires and have confidence in your ability to attain them. So make a manifestation binder. This, you could also do a vision board, which is another example here. So they call it a vision display, which is, for this you would need a white poster board or any other color that appeals to you. We've heard a lot in this about the heart chakra, and we have the green crystal here as well representing heart chakra. So maybe a green board will help you, should you like green. Photos or magazine cutouts that relate to one dream or goal, and glue or tape. And for that, you would do the exact same thing as you would do for the manifestation binder. Okay? So then the last one I'm going to offer you guys is a manifestation meditation. Okay? Meditation brings a heightened sense of awareness. After your manifestation meditation, you'll feel a renewed sense of dynamism and empowerment. And so this, if you decide to do the manifestation meditation, this will be awesome to do outside when you're doing your grounding with your crystals, okay? Find a comfortable place to sit somewhere you won't be disturbed for at least 20 minutes. Sit with a straight back, either on the floor or in a chair. Keeping your back straight will prevent your mind from becoming sluggish or sleepy. Let your mind focus on your breath as you draw air in and out slowly through your nostrils. As you become more aware of the steadiness of your breath, you begin to create a relaxing rhythm of breathing. All of your breath should come from your abdomen and not your chest. Now visualize your goals. Feel them manifesting from your heart. Envision them becoming a reality. This creates an emotional shift in your energies, allowing you to send out new signals to the universe. With each in and out breath, your goals and desires are becoming centered and closer. The longer you hold on to this vibration, the quicker your reality will shift. Meditate for at least 20 minutes or until you feel a shift in your energy. As with anything worthwhile, meditation requires daily practice. The more you do it, the better you'll get. The added benefit of meditation is that it'll give you more energy. Remember, these crystals, I think it was the calcite, is good for energy and vitality. And while you do this manifestation meditation, you could also do this hand mudra, which is the typical namaste. So again, even if you're throughout the day, you feel like you're becoming ungrounded, less level-headed, go ahead and do this hand mudra. Take some deep breaths in and out, and remember that you are actively manifesting the life that you desire. Okay, so group 1, I really hope that this has helped you this week, and that this will give you some focus, and that you decide this week to put yourself first, that you decide to make decisions for yourself, to ground, to communicate your needs, and to let everything else fall into place. It has been a pleasure. I hope that you guys continue to do the yoga with this reading this week as well. And again, if you would like to come back and do the Reiki healing however often you need it this week, if you're in the car, if you're in the office, if you're wherever you are, just pop your headphones in and just receive that energy, because Reiki does not know distance, time, or space. So whenever you are receptive to it, you will gain it. So I hope that you all have gained something from this. Again, if you need more, feel free to reach me on my website. I love you guys so very much. I hope that you have a blessed week, and I'll see you next week, okay? Have a great one. Bye. Hey, group number 2, welcome to your reading for this week. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope that this oracle reading will help you to have a week that is productive by ways of putting yourself first, and for allowing you to put your needs first, and to not only get what you need from spirit in terms of this reading, but to get what you need for yourself through the practice of yoga. And should you choose to purchase the extended version of this video, we'll also do some other yoga or another yoga session that you could use throughout the week. And I'm going to also do some Reiki healing that you can go back to during the week whenever you feel like you need some realignment. So I hope that this reading does you some good. Now, bear in mind that this is a general reading, so everything may not resonate with you. So take what does and leave what is not. So with this first part of the video, I'm not going to go extremely into depth. That's for the second part of the video, but you will be able to gain hopefully enough from this to help you to move in the direction that is for your highest good. So if you chose this pile, this is the card that you focused on, okay? This is the hand mudra, all right? And it says, relax, let it flow. So throughout this week, and if you want to take a screenshot of this, then feel free to do so. If you would like to use this hand mudra throughout the week, please do so while we do our yoga positions. And if you do the yoga for this week every day this week, be sure to use that hand mudra, because it will definitely help you this week to relax and to come into a space where you are allowing life to flow as it is. And ironically enough, this relaxation card also came out. Stop your world from spinning by partaking in well-deserved moments of relaxation. So group 2, y'all need to relax. Are y'all really high-strung? Is there a lot going on this week? Do you feel frazzled, like you're at the end of your rope? Because I feel like a lot of you just feel like you're at your wit's end. And there's a lot of green here, and also in this card. I'll show you this later, one of your crystal cards. But it seems to me that a lot of you are in a time of recovery, okay? So a lot of you need to just sit down, chill, and relax, and let this self-healing and time of recovery to assist you at this time. If there's a question or something that you've been asking yourself a lot the past week or the past few days, remind yourself that you're in a time of recovery and that it's okay to be gentle with yourself. And this card here, the meditation card, encourages you to meditate more, to seek the answer answers that you are looking for, or the answers that you just can't seem to come to. So meditating will definitely help that a lot. Okay? I'm sorry about the music in the background. This is also a time for you. I'm going to pause the video because I don't want that to distract you. So I'll be back as soon as they leave. Okay, group 2, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. I just did not want that background noise to distract you guys. So here we are. So not only is this a time of recovery for you guys, and meditation will help you, and also while you're meditating, using this hand mudra to help you relax will also be beneficial. This is a time of forgiveness for a lot of you. Now that could be forgiving others, but it can also be a time of forgiving yourself. Okay, so however that resonates with you, that's how you take it. This also is a time of creativity for a lot of you, and going through this time of recovery and relaxing is going to bring forth a lot of this creativity that you have probably been letting be on the back burner a little bit, because maybe you've been spinning in the world, and for a lot of us, 2020 has had it's been difficult. Okay, let's just keep it real. It's been hard. So now is your time to relax. Let it go. Let it flow. Okay, y'all like that remix? So you're in a time of recovery. So this also encourages me to tell you to be gentle with yourself, okay? Like in this picture here, you see the waves. We have to bob and weave with life and the flow of life, and just go with it, okay? So since this is the shorter one, I'm not going to be going into much more depth with these. If you choose the extended version of the video, then I'm gonna read each of these individually for you so that you can get as much of it as you can. But before you guys go, I want to show you these 3 crystals that should help you this week. Now, please bear in mind that I was hooked on phonics in school, and reading is not always my strong suit. So bear with me, and just, if you can pronounce the word better, help me help you help us, and just let me know, okay? So this first one you got here, I'm going to do it like this so you can see the color better, is Stitch Tight and Serpentine, okay? Then we have Beryl, another green one. And then we have Sodalite. Okay, and again, a lot of green here. So a lot of you maybe this week want to wear more green, get outside more. If you like the water, go to the beach or the lake if you live close to, or listen to water on YouTube. I don't know, do what helps you to relax, okay? So group 1, I hope this has helped you. If you need more, again, feel free to purchase the extended reading where I'm going to go more in depth, and you'll get not only more in depth of this oracle reading, you will also get another yoga session and some Reiki healing that you can go back to whenever you need throughout the week, whenever you're feeling less aligned. So I hope this has helped. I hope you have a blessed week. I also want to mention these numbers here. This 5, 9, and 1 is 10, and another 10. And remember, 5 creates 10. So you guys may have been seeing these numbers a lot. You may have been seeing a lot of 5s, a lot of 10s, maybe a lot of 1s, maybe 0s. So if you've been seeing these numbers more frequently, numerology is numbers are everything. So that will definitely confirm that this reading is also for you. So I hope this has helped. I hope that this brings you some comfort and some love, and I look forward to seeing you in the yoga session. Love you very much. Have a great one. Bye. Hello again, group 2. Welcome to the extended version of this reading. Thank you so much for purchasing this and for choosing to purchase this for yourself. I look forward to our second yoga session together and the Reiki healing for you. And I just want to remind you that Reiki does not know time, distance, or space. So throughout this week, if you need to go back and listen to this video or just get the energy from the Reiki, then please feel free to do that, because that's what I'm here for, okay? And that will allow this group to relax, group 2. This is really important for you to relax this week, okay? To let it flow. Now, this is the back of the card, and if you would like to take a screenshot of this to read it throughout the week, then do that. Again, another 6 and 4, 10. So that's what, 3 10s? That's awesome. So this is definitely indicative that 10 translates to 1. 1 means new beginnings. So by going through this state of relaxing and recovering and healing your heart chakra and forgiving and meditating more and allowing your creative juices to flow, you guys are definitely gonna be embarking on an amazing new journey. So anyways, what this card does, this overextension costs energy. This mudra can help, okay? So again, if you've been feeling frazzled, you got a lot going on, this mudra will help you to relax. Firstly, you play puppet on a string. Imagine that your arms and legs have strings attached, which are operated from above. Raise your arms and legs, and then, whilst breathing out, you slowly and gently sink to the ground like a limp marionette. Then you let yourself be pulled up again. Then you collapse again. Repeat this several times, and don't let your mind wonder whether it looks odd. Now, performing the mudra either in a sitting position or lying down, while you are forming it, you breathe out several times, long and deeply, while gentle waves wash around you and carry you superfluous tension out into the sea. Soft, warm water relaxes and caresses me. So as we do the yoga routines this week, if you need to take time to pause and to do what this card says, okay, I hope y'all can see that, to take a screenshot of it, then please do that, okay? Yoga is for you. It's not about what it looks like to John and Sue next to you. It's about what it does for you and your body, okay? So if you need to relax in the middle of our yoga session and savasana it out before everybody else, then do you, boo. Do you, okay? It's time for you to relax because you're in a state of recovery, and recovering and allowing yourself to recover right now is really going to help you start an amazing new chapter, if not new chapter, new book of your life. So now we're going to focus on these chakra cards. So I'm going to show you this here so that you can see the different chakras, okay? At the top, we have Soul Star, and at the bottom, we have Earth Star. These are not chakras that typically people talk about a lot, but Soul Star connects you to higher source, and Earth Star connects you to Mother Gaia. Typically, we see these more: the crown chakra, third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, and base. And you have meditation, which is the crown chakra, forgiveness, which is the heart chakra, and then you have creativity, which is the sacral chakra. So these are the chakras that you may want to focus on more this week and when we are doing the yoga sessions. So first, we're going to read from the book what meditation says. And like I said before, I think it's really important, especially since these are general readings, that I give you everything that I can to help encourage you. So what resonates with these readings from the book, take what resonates, and what does not is meant for someone else, so you leave it there, okay? So let's read for the meditation card. You have attracted this card into your awareness today as a sign that meditation is beneficial to you at present. Meditation is a powerful tool that has been practiced since the beginning of time. Meditation allows the mind to be still and connect directly with your soul and higher self. There are many ways to meditate: visualization, breath, hand and body poses, dance, walking, music, mantra, and many more. The powerful practice of meditation can create an abundance of positive outcomes in your life, such as healing, and you're in a state of recovery, right? Expanded self-awareness, clarity, deep wisdom, insight, inner peace, relaxation, and balance yourself. You may have been feeling a little lost lately and thinking that stress of the world is bringing you down or spinning, like this said, right? It is now a perfect time to bring and practice meditation into your world, even if it's only for 5 minutes out of your day. Take this precious time to stop and allow your mind to rest. Most people find it challenging to clear their mind for meditation. That is fine. Over time, it will become easier. The best way to work with the crazy mind is to focus gently on breath, which gives the mind something to do. Another great option is work with mantra or sound. It's about finding a way that works for you, one that allows you to go within to find the stillness and experience sacred time for yourself. Whichever way works best for you, make sure you practice meditation every day, as it will bring an abundance of healing and positive energy to your world. Pulling this card today can also highlight that the answers you are searching for at this time will soon come to you through meditation, like I already said, right? As you take the time to practice meditation, you will awaken and receive the answers to your questions. And an affirmation for this one is, I meditate with ease and grace, and my heart awakens to the divine peace of my soul. So I hope that card has helped you guys to reiterate that if you don't meditate, or you never have, I know that at first it can be very overwhelming. It was for me, because it is really hard to clear your mind or to stop thinking, so to speak, when you're meditating, especially when, you know, a lot's going on and the world is spinning around you like it is for most of us. But remember to be patient with yourself, to relax, to go with the flow, because you're going through a time of recovery. And forgive yourself that if every day you can't meditate for 20 minutes and you can only do it for 10 minutes or 5 minutes, that is okay. But meditating is going to give you the answers you need, and it's going to let that creativity that's been kind of blocked, it's going to allow it to flow like the ocean. So just continue to meditate as best you can. Be gentle with yourself with that process, okay? It takes time. It takes a lot of time sometimes. So the next card we have here is forgiveness, okay? And this is for your heart chakra. You attracted this card into your life today because it is a powerful time of forgiveness. When we hold on to grudges and wounds from the past, we can create imbalance and disharmony in our life. Over time, this can turn into resentment, anger, frustration, sickness, and depression. So a lot of you may be holding on to a lot of things right now, which is putting you in this place of recovery. And by not going with the flow, by restricting yourself and holding on to grudges, you're making the situation a lot more painful for yourself. So just letting it go and letting it flow is definitely going to benefit you greatly by forgiving yourself and forgiving others who may have wronged you, okay? It's really, really going to be important for you this week to relax and to let go, okay? And to forgive so that you can fully recover, okay? You may be feeling flattened down about something that has happened in your life, and it is now time to bring the healing energy of forgiveness to the situation. True forgiveness starts with you. Take some time over the next few days to ask yourself, what am I holding on to? What requires love, attention, and forgiveness? When you have identified the issue, make sure you do what is required to surrender or expand your awareness to a place that allows true forgiveness to occur. When you can truly forgive and let go, you can set yourself free from those stale energies and beliefs that deep healing can occur, okay? You will feel so much lighter and happier in the world. If you have asked a question about a situation or person, know that this is a sign for you that forgiveness is required to move forward. And again, the recovery card reiterates that, okay? In order for you to fully recover, you're going to have to forgive, okay? If you have already been working on forgiving, know that this card is a sign that you are making progress and that you should continue doing what you are doing. To find that deep place of forgiveness requires much love, understanding, compassion, and a whole lot of courage. You have all these traits within you to draw upon at any time. The time has come for you to let go and forgive at a deeper level so you can dance in the energy of freedom. And the affirmation for this is, my heart is full of unconditional love and I forgive freely. And I don't know if I've said this or not yet, but wearing green and being outside a lot is going to help you guys to forgive more as well. So maybe that is something you could do to help facilitate your recovery, okay? So then your last chakra card, your sacred card here for creativity. You have called upon this energy today because this is a powerful, important time of creativity in your life. You are forever connected to the life force of the cosmos. The universe is pure creative energy and is here for you at this time. When we can embrace this creative power and channel it into our lives, amazing things happen and manifestation of our dreams comes to reality. Have you been feeling a little flat of late? That's exactly what this one said. I'm sorry, I got excited. With no energy to create what you love, are you feeling like you are lacking the joy that the universe has to offer? And also, a lot of you may be feeling that way as well because you're going through this time of healing and recovery. A lot of you may also be going through ascension symptoms. I'm getting, and for me, when I started going through ascension symptoms and all these flu-like symptoms started happening, and I had no energy, I was lacking joy, I was lacking love, like I had to surrender to the process and relax. So that all this may also be for those of you who are going through a lot with ascending to 5D right now, okay? Know, and also know that you are not alone, sweetie. And if you need help, I'm here for you. Just email me, okay? Because I know how hard it is. And you are absolutely not alone, and you are so loved. So please don't feel that you're alone through this process. If anyone is not there for you, I'm here for you, okay? All you have to do is just seek and ask, all right? Now is the time for you to allow creative energy to light your fire. If you have been pondering over whether to start a creative project such as writing, dancing, learning, or a musical instrument, and remember, the cards, I forget which one said, but one of those things was also mentioned about helping you to relax more, okay? So dancing or writing or learning to use a new instrument or a painting class would be excellent ways to allow your creative energy to flow and help you to relax as well, okay? A bounty of creative energy is at your fingertips. What do you love to create? What makes your heart sing? What have you dreamed of always doing? Now is the time to dance in the creative flow of your soul and the universe. Whatever your heart is calling you to do, make sure to get those creative juices flowing, as it will bring you joy and healing to your world. And the affirmation for this one is: the creative energy of the universe flows through every cell of my being. So when you're doing your yoga, allowing that energy to flow through you with ease, to allow anything that you've been holding on to, any grudges, any frustration, any stagnant energy, to let all of that release on the mat is really going to be beneficial for you guys this week, and allowing energy to flow, okay? So I hope that has helped a lot so far, okay? So now we're going to get into your crystals for this week. Now, these crystals you may not have. You may not have a crystal shop near you, and that is okay. You watching this video and claiming the reading is enough intention for the crystals to help you. But the crystals will only help should you help yourself, okay? So be mindful of that. The first one, again, is this green, beautiful green and purple stitch and serpentine. Then we have beryl, another green crystal. Yeah, wearing green this week is really going to be beneficial for you guys, and being outside in green. Maybe getting some plants if you don't have any and want some. Sodalite. So now let's go through and see what these have for you. Okay. Stitch and serpentine. Oh my gosh, guys. This card, which is right over top of this one, is for meditation, clearing your energy centers, and detoxifying your thoughts. So this crystal is absolutely going to help you to relax and help make meditation easier for you, okay? That's awesome. I love it. Fear and negative thoughts are preventing you from experiencing peace and joy in your life. It's blocking your creativity, okay? They are blocking your creativity. Oh my gosh. I just said that and I hadn't read that. Okay, that was so cool. I'm sorry. I get really excited when synchronicities like that happen. Sorry, not sorry. Ah! Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, they are blocking your creativity, and as a consequence, your life seems dull and dreary. You can change this situation by consciously choosing to love and trust the universe instead of fearing it. Sit quietly in meditation and invoke the healing power of love, imagining yourself bathed in beautiful healing energies. Visualize all the colors of the rainbow swirling within and around you. Feel these beautiful healing colors flowing through your mind and heart, and imagine your thoughts being infused with eternal light. Practice this each day as it will help transform your negative and fearful thoughts to positive inspirations. There's nothing to fear. You are eternally surrounded by love. And yes, you are eternally surrounded by love. And I love you so very much. And I know that you guys are going through a hard time right now. And I just want you to know how much you are loved, not just by me, but by the universe. And by those in your life who may not express their love as well to you as you deserve, but they love you too, okay? I just want to remind you of that. Then we have Barrel, and Barrel here is for resolution, stress reduction, potential new possibilities. Remember, I told you guys, once you go through this healing process of forgiveness, you have all these 10s here. You're going to be bringing in a lot of new possibilities. A lot of new opportunities are going to present themselves to you, okay? An ongoing problem or dilemma will soon be resolved in an unexpected way. As a consequence, your stress levels and anxiety will decrease. Through this, exciting new pathways open for you, and you discover new possibilities for your life. As this current situation is resolved, you will simultaneously and subconsciously let go of past regret, so you're going to forgive, or guilt that has only served to sabotage the creative possibilities, creativity again, that have been available for you for quite some time. It's time for you to shine. So, in order for this to happen, though, guys, you've got to let go and let it flow, okay? You've got to let go and forgive, okay? Because these new possibilities cannot manifest unless you do so. And remember that forgiveness is only for yourself, okay? It's not for anyone else. Okay, just remember that. Open your heart and you'll see the unlimited potential that resides within you. Oh, guys, this is beautiful. I'm so happy for you guys for choosing this, for choosing yourself. Let's get this last one. Sodalite. Oh my goodness. It's for intuition, perception, another for meditation, for calm, for strength and determination. So sodalite is going to not only help you with meditation like Stitch and Serpentine, but it's going to help you stay calm, help you to stay determined, and help you to remember that you have the strength to do anything that you want to do, okay? Keep your calm, for this will help strengthen your determination to quietly pursue your dreams. Set aside a little time each day to meditate and reflect on all that you wish to create in your life. Be guided by what you instinctively feel in your heart and trust your intuition, for in doing so you will draw to you all that is necessary for you to create that which your heart so desires. At the same time, let go of rigidly fixed expectations or time frames and trust that your dreams may manifest in ways you have not yet imagined. This card is a positive confirmation. Keep the dream alive. Yes. And to keep your dream alive, guys, remember, you have to relax, okay? Stop your world from spinning by partaking in well-deserved moments of relaxation. So for a lot of you guys, those moments of relaxation are really going to include you meditating, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to this book for this card, and I'm going to give you some different relaxation techniques that you can use. You can do all of them. You can choose them. Choose which one you want to do. You can do none of them. But if you're into rituals, I am to help me at times, then feel free to do any of these that I mentioned, okay? So the first, I'm going to give you like 2 or 3, okay? So the first one that you can do is called Calming Stone. For this one, you need a smooth, rounded stone that fits comfortably in your palm and some soothing music, okay? And this, you could also do this at the end, when we do Reiki healing after Savasana of our yoga. So hold on to that stone and you can do this during that time, okay? Sit in a quiet room or outside if the weather's nice. Begin the music and hold the stone, caressing its smooth shape. Breathe your tension and anxiety into the stone. When you begin to feel calm and centered, put the stone on the ground and walk away. The stone will dispel the stress into the earth. Allow the stone to sit for at least an hour. When you retrieve your stone, wash it under running water, cleansing its energy and therefore enabling it to be used again. And before you rinse your stone underwater, guys, make sure that whatever stone you're using, you can Google it if you're able to actually put it in water, okay? If not, maybe choose a different stone. But you can also clear your stones by using Reiki if you if you are a Reiki healer, or you could use the Reiki at the end of the video to clear it for you. You can use sage, you can use sun, but some stones shouldn't be in the sun for too long. And you can also use moon, okay? Use energy from the moon to clear it as well, instead of water if you don't have very many stones available, okay? Okay, the next one I want to offer you is the Garden of Repose. Lie on your back with your eyes closed. Imagine yourself in a tranquil garden laced with a variety of colorful flowers in bloom. Breathe in the beautiful scent of the luxurious blooms. Listen to the calming sound of a babbling brook running alongside the garden. Feel in the soft green grass on your feet and the warm sunlight dappling through the trees. Take note of all beautiful details of this magical garden of repose. Spend as long as you need wandering the grounds of this joyous place. If you have trouble sleeping at night, bring yourself back to this garden as often and as long as need be. Beautiful. So the last one I'm going to offer you to help you relax is Gathering of the Calm. Sit comfortably in a space where you won't be distracted. Again, this will be good with meditating. Use your right hand if you are left-handed, or your left hand to send stressful energies away from you. Envision the stress being absorbed and dissipated by the earth. Then, with your opposite hand, envision positive, calm energies being gathered and drawn towards you, surrounding you with warm light and filling your every pore with the essence of peace. After a few minutes, you'll feel much more relaxed, okay? Beautiful. So, group number 2, I really hope that this has helped you, and that this aids you in your practice of yoga this week, and it allows you to learn to relax and to forgive and to get started with the life that you've been dreaming of, okay? Or that you've been wanting but have not been as actively seeking and pursuing. So group 2, again, I want you guys to know that you are loved. There's much love around you. And if you need anything, I'm here for you. Until next time, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video, and I will see you guys next week. Okay, bye. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to your oracle reading. Thank you so much for checking in and choosing this reading and choosing to do something positive for yourself this week. And I hope that this reading aids you in the direction that is going to lead you to continuing to move to be your greatest self. And this reading is actually a little bit different than the other 2. You guys actually got 2 hand mudras, and you got 2 of the Witchling deck, and only 1 chakra card. So this one's a little bit different. So should you have picked another pile, this one as well, this pile is a little bit different than the others. And I also have some crystal cards here for you that we're going to go through later. So the first part of this reading, I'm going to give you a general reading for this. And then for those of you who purchased the second part of the oracle reading, not only am I going to go more in depth, but we're going to have another yoga session. And at the end, I'm going to do a Reiki healing. So throughout the week, if you become unbalanced or you just need a little pick-me-up, you can listen to the Reiki healing as often as you need, because Reiki does not know time, distance, or space. So whenever you are open to receiving that healing energy, it will be given to you. But that will be in the second part. So for this first reading, first part, those of you who chose this pile chose this card here, this hand mudra. And if you need to take a screenshot to use for during your yoga practice with me this week, or throughout the day when you need to, then feel free to do that. This is for commitment. Give what you can. So you got that hand mudra, and you guys also got this one for opportunity. Okay? Take your chance. Okay? So for this group, the energy that I'm really getting is that you guys have been going through a lot lately. And not only have you been going through a lot lately, but you've come to the other side. Like, you've been doing a lot of work. You've been doing a lot of nurturing, because the nurturing card came up twice. Now, this could also be indicative that those of you who have not been nurturing yourself a lot, that it's time for you to commit to nurturing yourself. It's time for you to take a chance, take this opportunity and this time to nurture yourself more. Because those of you who have been working on yourself and healing yourself, whatever it is that you have been questioning a lot lately, you're ready to do it. Whatever it is, Spirit is telling you that you're ready, and that through this nurturing, through committing yourself, you're gonna be given a lot of energy. Okay, this card says, energy. With limitless energy, you'll achieve more than you ever dreamed possible. So with this nurturing that you've been giving to yourself, again, this nurture card here says, nurturing your inner child supplies you with the innocent joy of living. By committing to nurturing yourself, you're going to create a lot of opportunities for yourself. This lion and lioness and cub card also shows that maybe a lot of you have been nurturing children a lot, or your own children a lot, or someone else's children, and that maybe you're ready to have your own children. Maybe you've been debating whether or not you're going to have the energy to do that. If that's been something you've been questioning, pile number one also, that also came through with fertility, if you chose pile number one. So if you have been doubting having children, this card is also this reading is also indicating that you're ready to do that. You're ready for that commitment and that opportunity. For those of you who have been maybe slacking a bit in terms of nurturing yourselves and taking care of yourself, you're ready to do that. And this reading is telling you that it's time to do that. It's time to commit to yourself and take a chance on yourself, and use this opportunity and time to not only nurture yourself, but to help gain the energy that you need so that you can achieve your dreams, so that you can be fully ready. Okay, so that's basically all that I'm getting for this group, which is really short compared to the other two. But I am going to go over your crystal cards. Again, with these crystals, when we do the extended version of this reading, I'm going to go into more depth and actually read individually from these. So if you want more in-depth version of this reading, then please feel free to purchase the second half. And with that, again, you get another yoga session and you get a Reiki healing. And I'm also going to give you some tips or self-care tips to help you with this nurturing and that energy. But before I do to the second part, I want to show you your crystals. So here, the first crystal you got is smoky quartz. And I'm going to do it down a little bit so you guys can see it better. Amazonite and petrified wood. Okay. Now, I know a lot of you may not have crystals, or you may not have a crystal place, or you don't know a reputable crystal place to buy from. You watching this reading and accepting the reading is enough for the crystals to aid you in your journey. But you also have to be mindful of the fact that these crystals are not going to help you, or cannot help you, should you not choose to help yourself. And for you guys, this reading is saying you are ready. Whatever it is you've been pondering, whatever it is that you have been going back and forth about, should I do this? Should I not do this? Do I need to dedicate more time to myself? Do I need to commit more time to myself? All of these cards are indicating, yes, you're ready, okay? So, group number 3, I know that this was short, but it was a pretty short and sweet reading. But if you would like the extended version where I go much more in depth, then feel free to check out the second half. And if not, I look forward to seeing you in the yoga session. And I look forward to seeing you next week. And I hope that you have a beautiful week full of lots of love. And I will see you soon. Bye. Hey love bugs, welcome to the yoga portion of the video. I hope you enjoyed the oracle reading. I'm going to remind you of the hand mudra cards from the oracle so that you become acquainted with them again. And then I will talk to you about everything I have in the background, and then we'll kind of get into the routine, okay? So the first half, again, normally this will be the free version, the 30 minutes, and then in the second part will be another 30 minutes if you choose to purchase the extended version. But again, this week, the entire thing is free. So I hope that it brings some benefit to you guys. I'll be talking throughout it, obviously. So I'll get more into the details after I do this, okay? So for group number 1, remember this was your hand mudra for this week. Feel free to do this at any point during our yoga exercises. So this is group 1. Group 2, this was your hand mudra. Group 3, you had 2. You were the only group that had 2. So this was your first one, group 3. Here's your second one. And then I'm also going to share with you all my hand mudra for this week and kind of describe to you why I think this is the mudra for me this week, and should you feel called to use this one instead, please feel free to do so. So this is my hand mudra for this week. Okay, so as I told you guys, this entire thing that I'm doing is, in essence, a way to align our mind, bodies, and souls. And today, I'm going to go ahead and sit in the mat. Today has been a very trying day for me emotionally. And so it's been very difficult for me to even come to the mat. As you can hear me get emotional just talking about it, right? Hence the tissues. So I do have some tissues here. I have my water. If you don't have water, I encourage you to get some and feel free to drink it as we go through the routine, because this is not about you just strictly following what I'm doing. This is about you tuning into your body, and I'll describe that more in a minute. So I have tissues because I may cry during this, and that's okay. And I'm not going to feel bad about it, because the purpose of being on the mat is to release any energy that is no longer serving of you. And by doing that, we practice asanas or postures that allow us to engage our bodies to our physical self and help to clear our mind, okay? So I also have a couple of candles lit here. I have a neroli orange healing candle and then a sea salt candle as well. I've got my yoga blanket and a couple of yoga blocks. Now, you may not have these things, and that's fine. And if you're, I know, especially when I first started yoga, I needed those a lot. I still do. By no means am I one of these yogis that you see doing these really cool and like crazy postures. No, I have not made it there yet. But that's another thing I wanted to reinforce to you guys, is that yoga is not about looking like everyone else. Yoga is about engaging with your body, okay? That's one of the reasons I really enjoy actually doing yoga at home more, because I didn't feel that pressure to fit a particular mold. So, sorry, I told you guys I'm having a tough day, and I felt like, I've been encouraged to press on and let you all see me in this authentic space, because I'm human just like everyone else, and I have feelings and I go through motions. And yesterday I had a recollection that really triggered a lot of emotional imbalance in me, and in conjunction with other things that have been going on, I'm just really emotionally overwhelmed at the moment, and I need to release some of that, all of that actually, so that I can be the best version of myself. So again, that's why I'm doing the thankful hand mudra. So if you see me doing that mudra today instead of namaste, then that is why I'm trying to remind myself to stay in a thankful and gratitude state of mind, and so that I don't feel like I'm lacking. You'll also hear in the background, it's some Reiki healing music. This is the same Reiki soundtrack that you will see or hear in the end of this video for the Reiki healing. This is just a YouTube stream. I'll link it below. I do not have the rights to this music. It helps me. It's helping me right now. So I also have my clipboard here, which is going to help me to stay on task, but I'm not going to lie, I may move away from this or whatever. Who knows? Because yoga is about being in tune with what your body needs in the moment. And here's another thing I want to emphasize here. I don't intend for this to be like your typical yoga session, okay? I know that for me, one of the biggest issues I had in being in a group setting was that when it was time to move to another posture, for me, I wasn't ready to do that. And I needed to work out more in that posture than others, but I felt kind of rushed, so I didn't seem, like the weirdo. So I encourage you to take this any step by step for yourself, okay? If you have to skip a pose because you're engaged in the last pose we were doing, awesome, do that. I also am going to be doing what I call freestyle movement. So when I say freestyle, that's when I want you to encourage yourself to move whatever way your body needs you to in that moment, and I'll describe that more as we get into it. And the cool thing about this is that you're at home or probably somewhere alone or with your family, whatever that may be, and you don't have to feel that pressure of fitting in with a group of strangers, okay? So I want you to keep that in mind. This is for you, okay? Just like me being here is for me, and I'm sharing my experience with you, hopefully to encourage you and motivate you. So initially I had intended on starting this routine in a standing mountain pose position, but like I said, today it's been tough and it's been hard for me to get to the mat in general. So we're going to start in a seated position to work on our breathing and to really get grounded and connect with ourselves and connected with Mother Earth, so that we can really release what it is we need to release. So I encourage you to sit whichever way is comfortable. Most times this is an easy pose. You don't have to put your leg up like this. You can sit Indian style. Typically, a lot of time I do sit like this, but right now this is feeling more comfortable for me. And if you're feeling unbalanced as you sit here, take your hands and move your thighs and your booty cheeks so you can feel flat, okay? So you can feel grounded and centered. Also, during this, you may see me stop and like pop stuff. If you hear pops and diddy-deets, don't worry, I'm okay. That's me releasing tension and releasing stress and releasing places of tension in my body. And I'm okay and it feels really good, okay? So just keep that in mind. I also have some lavender here that I'm gonna put on my wrist to help relax me even more. So if you have a favorite essential oil, now's a great time to use it. Or not, it's up to you. But I love me some lavender. So by rubbing it in between my wrists like this is warming it up. And as I inhale the aroma, I inhale through my nose and exhale through my mouth with force, as you can tell, right? This in itself is extremely relaxing for me. So now what I want us to do is I want us to get grounded, and I want for us to practice our hand mudra. So whatever hand mudra you chose from the oracle, now's the time to use that. And I'm obviously going to need a lot of water because my throat chakra is feeling a little blocked today. So you may see me get water in between, and it is what it is. You drink your water as you need to, okay? So what we're going to do, before we get started, I also like to do this. You see this a lot in Kundalini yoga. We're not going to get into that, but this is also a way to help connect you to yourself. So if you feel so inclined to do this, I encourage you to rub your hands together. However fast or slow your body is telling you. with yourself. When you're ready, put your hands at heart center, chest out, shoulders back, belly button in. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose again and out through the mouth. As you're exhaling, if you'd like to physically sigh out, please do it. Let it go, let it flow. And you're also going to see my eyes closed a lot because that helps me to engage better, okay? We're going to do that a couple more times, and then we're going to do a couple of seated stretches, okay? So I'm going to change my hand mudra now to the thankfulness hand mudra that I showed you in the beginning. You can also change your hand mudra, or if you prefer, you can set your hands up on your lap. This, when your hands are faced upwards, this is indicating that you are ready to receive the energy that the universe has for you during your yoga practice. Or if you're feeling like you need to be more grounded today, you can face your palms hands down so that you can become more grounded and engaged with yourself, okay? So you may see me switch it. You switch it how you feel that you need is necessary in the moment, okay? So again, we're going to do this a couple of times. I'm doing my thankfulness hand mudra at my heart center so that I can feel that love and thankfulness and gratitude for being here in spite of all the hardships that I'm personally going through in my life right now. So now I want you to set your intention for this yoga session, okay? I want you to think about why you are here. Why did you click on this video? Why are we together right now? And if you can't come up with an intention, I can offer mine to you if you would want to use this one as well. My intent for this yoga series is to release any stagnant energy that is no longer serving me, and to do it at my own pace, in my own way, without judgment of myself or others. I will love myself throughout this entire session, regardless of the beauty of my postures or the simplicity of my postures, because I am doing this for me and no one else. So with that, take a couple minutes to set your intention. As you do that, make sure that you're breathing and you're relaxed, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, or if you prefer, in through the nose and out through the nose. Whatever you choose is what's best for you. Now, once you feel ready, I want you to take your palms and place them either on your knees or beside you on the floor, whichever you feel most comfortable with. But this is to help ground us as we stretch a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll our neck from left to right, okay? Inhaling as we go around and exhaling as we go towards the back, okay? So let's start on the right side. First, before we actually get to moving the neck, I want you to just gently move your right ear to your right shoulder. Feel that stretch on the left side of your neck. If there's tension there, I encourage you to massage it. Use your essential oils if you'd like to. I do that all the time. Remember, this is for you. Your yoga session, your experience is what makes you engage best with your body. Not what you see on IG, not what you see on, YouTube. It can be those things, but if it's not, then that's okay. because we all are unique creatures, and we all love ourselves in different ways. Now, I want you to inhale back to center. Exhale, left ear to the left shoulder. Again, if you feel tension, feel free to massage that out. Then I want you to inhale back to center. Exhale. Let's do that one more time. Right ear to right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale to right shoulder. Left shoulder, excuse me. Inhale back to center. So now this time when we put our right ear to our right shoulder, we're going to move our neck from front to back, okay? So just like this. Once you get to the back, exhale, inhale frontward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Make sure that you're moving with intention. This is not a race. This is not a competition. As you see, I'm kind of lingering here. Hear that pop? Oh, it felt so good. If you need to linger in some positions, then you do that, boo. Do what you need to do for you. This time, when we roll to the front, we're going to center. Okay? And we're going to go the opposite way this time. So we're going to move from our left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's make sure we're sitting up straight, chest out, shoulders back and away from the ears. If you find yourself slouching, that sounded real country there, sorry. Not sorry, really. Engaging your belly button, your core is a good way to fix that posture. If you're like this, if you suck your stomach in, engage your core, it's easy to correct your posture, okay? Now, my leg is falling asleep like that, so I'm gonna move it, and that's okay. And now we're going to do some body twists, okay? To help with this region here. So it's really important during this posture that your core is engaged, okay? So for this, you can put your hands on your hips like I am, or you can keep your hands on your knees, whichever feels best to you, okay? So what we're essentially going to do is the exact same thing that we just did with our neck exercise. So we're going to move around, inhale, exhale the back, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And I want you to keep moving it in this direction until I say center and move in the other direction. Take a few seconds to engage with your body in this position. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay? Now we're going to do the same thing in the opposite direction. Okay? Inhale and exhale. another thing I want to emphasize, because it just came to me, is that it does not matter your size, your shape, your race, your ethnicity. None of that matters when it pertains to yoga, okay? When I first started yoga, I was 100 pounds heavier than I am now. And that's taken a lot of work on my part, mainly by just changing my diet. But when I do these postures that we're about to do, I may not look like, the average yogi that you see. And I'm cool with that. I do yoga for me. So I want you to go into this practice with the intent of making this experience your own, okay? This is not about comparing yourself to your friends' yoga's routines or who you see in social media. This is just for you. So I also encourage you, if you have balancing issues or if you're really new to yoga, do your sessions or your routine close to a wall like I am to help you for balance, or you have a chair close by to help you for balance as well. And you'll see me use the wall as well, because again, I'm not perfect and I'm not yet able to do a lot of the fancier postures, okay? And I'm fine with that. So what I want us to do now is I want for us to take a second to re-engage with ourselves, to remind ourselves of what we're here for, because in a moment we're going to move to a standing position. I'm feeling a lot better now that I did this. We started with this seated position. So now I'm ready to re-energize by standing, by using standing positions from the routine I actually had intended on doing, okay? So inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth with a sigh. As we do that, let's do some shoulder rolls. Shoulders up towards the ears, down towards the back. Up towards the ears, inhale. Down towards the back, exhale. Up towards the ears, inhale. Down towards the back, exhale. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale up. Hold it. Exhale down. Inhale up. Hold it. Exhale down. So now, what I'd like for you to do is get on your hands and knees, like so. Okay? We're not doing cat-cow yet, but I want you now to just sit here in hero's pose. And in a moment, we are going to be standing to mountain pose. Now, some of you, if you like, as you're sitting in hero's pose like this, you can tuck your toes underneath like this to give them a good stretch. You hear my toes crack? That's also fine, because we're going to be rolling on our toes when we stand up. So, as we stand up, I want you to place your palms down on the mat, feel grounded. And when we are in these positions with our hands, make sure that you are not using your wrists to bear the weight. Your hands should be bearing your weight. You should feel very centered and grounded on your hands. If your toes are not tucked underneath, tuck your toes underneath. Lift them and slowly walk yourself back. Okay? Once you get to this position, this is actually forward fold, but we're not going to start here. But if you want to, you can stretch it out a little bit right here before we go to mountain pose. And that's what I'm doing, because that's what my body is saying I need at the moment. So I'm walking it out a little bit. You'll see us do this a lot in downward dog as well. So, once you feel ready, plant your feet firmly. If your knees are a little bent right here, that is completely acceptable. Okay, remember, this experience is your own. On the inhale, we're going to lift our bodies into mountain pose. Okay, so inhale now. Now this is mountain pose, so I'm going to face this way to make it easier, okay? So mountain pose is simply this. Hands can be this way, hands can be this way, whatever feels natural to you. It's a standing still pose while you're standing. It's very simple, okay? So we're actually going to move from mountain pose into forward fold, which I just showed you. So where you should be now is here in mountain pose, here or here, at the edge of your mat. Okay? But before we go into forward fold, I want us to engage. We've engaged in our seated position with Mother Earth. Now I want us to engage with the higher frequencies from up above. So what we're going to do here, as you're in your mountain pose, I want you to close your eyes, have your feet firmly planted in the ground, feel yourself present here in this moment. Listen to what your body is telling you that it needs right now. Do you need to sway a little bit? Do you need to do one of those? Did you hear that crack? Then do that. Only if you know how to do it though, okay? I'm not encouraging that. If you need to go see a chiropractor, go see a chiropractor. I'm not one, okay? So, eyes closed, feet firmly grounded into Mother Earth. Gazing in front of you or your eyes closed. I want you to raise your hands above your head on the next inhale, and I want you to stretch as best you can. So, like this. And I'm going to do in this position so that you can see it better, okay? So inhale, arms up, move your gaze upwards. And I want you to stretch. If you need to stretch like this, do that, okay? If you need to move your hips a little, do that. This is about you, okay? Now on your exhale, next exhale, I want you to bring your arms back down into mountain pose. Inhale, exhale. Okay? All right, excellent. So I'm going back to this position now, okay? So what we're going to do now, we're going to do that one more time, but this time, afterwards, we're going to go down into forward fold like I showed you before. So to make sure that we are engaged as best as we can be, chest out, navel in, shoulders down and back, okay? Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down into forward fold. Now, with your forward fold, as I said before, your legs may be straight like mine, or they may be slightly bent. If they're slightly bent, that probably means that you're very tense here, okay? Which is the purpose of yoga, to help stretch that out. Your hands may also be here and not on the floor. This takes time, guys, okay? So if you don't have this exact position yet, that's fine. This is also a great position, keep holding that pose, to have yoga blocks for. If you need these, you can get these at Five Below for $5. So if your hands can touch the ground and you're here, that's fine. If you need to stack 2 of them or 3 of them, meet yourself where you are, okay? Oops. So, in forward fold here. Now I'm going to bend my knees a little bit. And we're going to inhale up into halfway forward fold. So for that, your back is going to move up to be, as you can see here, at a 90-degree angle. Okay? Parallel to the floor. So inhale up. Exhale back down. Walk it out a little bit. Some of you may want to walk it out on your tippy toes. That's fine as well. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go down into downward dog. Okay? So for this, we're going to use our hands to walk down into downward dog. Okay? So if your legs are bent, that's still fine, okay? They do not have to be perfectly straight. You will get there, I promise. So I'm going to demonstrate from my knees bent position, okay? So I'm going to walk it out into downward dog. Now, as you can see here, my feet are flat. Your feet may be like this. That's fine. But my feet are flat here. We're in downward dog. Meet yourself where you are. Your gaze should be at your navel right now. Remember to breathe. And remember that the force of your weight should not be on your wrists. They should be grounded in the palms of your hands. Spreading your fingertips out helps that. Inhale, exhale. On the next inhale, I want you to move your gaze from your navel to in front of you, okay? Inhale, walk down into plank. Okay? Exhale into cobra. Stretch it out. If your butt cheeks are clenched, declench them. Okay? Stay here, breathing. On your next inhale, we're going to move into our cat-cow position. So, for cat-cow, your hands should be apart like in your plank position, grounded in the floor, and your knees should be right underneath your hips, hip widths apart, okay? You're going to inhale into cow. Exhale into cat, okay? So, let's do that one a few times. Inhale, cat, cow. Exhale into cat. When you exhale into cat, your gaze should again meet your navel, okay? Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Now, when you're doing the cat-cow poses, make sure that you are moving with intention, that every single vertebrae is getting the attention that it needs. It's not a race. Your cat-cow does not have to be as slow or fast as the person next to you. It's your own pace. Do that a couple of times on your own. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. 2 more times. So in the next one, on your next exhale in cat, I want you to lean your butt back onto the backs of your legs, and we're going to go into child's pose for a few, okay? So inhale, cow, exhale, cat. And now I want you to move down into child's pose. So here your butt will meet your back of your legs. If not, if you're here, that's fine. If you can't make it here, baby, that is okay. If you need to take one of these here blocks and scooch it under your booty, like this, like so, or the blanket, then do you, okay? This is a judgment-free zone, like Planet Fitness. Okay? So as you're in this exhaling position and you're moving into child's pose, your arms should be extended in front of you. And sooner than later, your head will be able to meet the mat. I want you to lay in this position for 4 breaths, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. On your next inhale, I want you to move back up into hero pose like we did before, where we'll just be sitting on the backs of our legs. So inhale, here, into hero's pose. Now I had to move my clipboard closer because I had to take my glasses off so I can't see. So we're gonna sit here in hero's pose, okay? And before I mention the term freestyle, I want you to take this opportunity now to engage with your body where you are. And right now, my body's saying that I need to do some more hip movements. So if your body is saying for you to do the same, then you do that. Maybe your body is saying, you know what, I need a little bit more time in child's pose. Then I encourage you to move back into child's pose, okay? Maybe you just want to sit here with your hand mudra and be for a couple of minutes, okay? But however your body is speaking to you, you should listen. Remember here, we should have our chest out, shoulders down, away from the ears, navel engaged. This is a freestyle moment, so you don't have to copy me unless you want to. After this position, we're going to go back into downward dog and then into forward fold, just to give you a preview. So I'm moving my neck from side to side because I still feel tension there. Now is also a great time for you to drink some water. I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling a lot better already. And you guys encouraged me to come to the mat and show you my authentic self. Even though I wasn't, feeling like it, I did it because I felt that it was important to show that we all are human, we all have vulnerable states, and it's okay to share those with your vulnerable state and your emotional state with others, okay? Now I'm also massaging my toes a little bit behind me, show them a little bit of love, okay? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back into downward dog. So move your hands wherever they are, back in front of you. We're going to do this the same way we did before. Let's roll our toes underneath us. And we're going to push ourselves with the palms of our hands back. Oops, I said downward dog. I guess we're going to forward fold first. Remember that you don't have to stick to a particular routine. You stick to what your body is telling you. If you wanted to go into downward dog just then instead of forward fold, that's fine because we're going to do forward fold anyway. Walking it out a little bit. So what I'm going to do now is go down into downward dog and then we're going to go back into forward fold. Okay? So walk back down to downward dog. This time, I want you to freestyle this a little more. Engage your navel, gaze at your navel. Walk it out. If you feel inclined to lift those legs and stretch them, do that. Freestyle this. If you're just like this, that's fine too. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to walk it back into forward fold. So your next inhale, I want you to take your fingers and walk yourself back up. Forward fold this time, I'm going to have my knees a little bent. Switch it up. Palms flat on the ground if you can. gaze towards your navel. On the next inhale, we're going to move up into mountain pose. Okay? Inhale, up into mountain pose. But before we get there, let's namaste to our heart center. Give thanks and gratitude to ourselves for taking this time. So now we should be in mountain pose, okay? I'm going to get my glasses. Hopefully they don't slide off. Okay, so now that we're in mountain pose, meaning you should be here or here, okay? We're going to freestyle it again. So my hips need to be opened a little more. And we're going to get into some stretches next that include some lunges with our warrior poses that will help with that. So I want you guys to take a couple of minutes to freestyle in your mountain pose. Now is a good time to practice those hand mudras as well. And if your mountain pose is looking more like mine, where your legs are more far apart, that's fine. Nobody's here to judge you. This could also mean that you're bending over. Taking this moment to engage with yourself, not with what someone else is telling you to do in the moment. I'm your tour guide, okay? I'm just here to show you the postures so that you can use them to your advantage. So, after our freestyle, we're going to go into triangle pose, which is going to include us spreading our legs farther apart like mine already are, okay? So, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, everybody should be back to center now. For triangle pose, you should look like this so far, okay? Your legs should be spread apart looking like a triangle, okay? We're going to start with the left side. So to do the triangle pose on our left side, we're going to turn this foot out a little bit. We're going to poke this hip out. Then we're going to take our left hand, move it as we inhale towards the ground, and move this hand above us. Now, you may not have your hand flat on the ground. You may be here with a block, okay? Your gaze should meet your fingertips, looking towards the sky. Legs should be straight, but knees should not be locked. Hold it, breathing. On your next your next inhale, I want you to move back up into center. Just like that, moving that foot back to meet the other one, parallel to the other foot. Now we're going to do triangle on the right leg. So we're going to move that foot out, pop this hip out. See how I pop it out like that? Okay? Now you're going to take this right hand, inhale down to the foot, moving this hand up, gazing in that direction, legs as straight as we can have them, without locking our knees. Hold it. On the next inhale, I want you to go back to center. Lovely. So before we do it again, I want you to reach both of your arms out parallel to the floor, and I want you to stretch to the left as you exhale there. Inhale back to center. Exhale, stretch to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, stretch to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, stretch to the right. Back to center. Okay. So let's do that triangle pose one more time. Let's do the left leg again. We have to be balanced on both sides. Turn that foot out. Pop this hip. Left hand down as close to the ground as you can. Right arm straight, right above, with your gaze at your fingertips. Breathe here and let's hold it for 2 breaths. On your next inhale, back to center. Move that foot back in. Pop out that right foot. Pop this hip. Right hand down to the mat. Left hand up. Gazing with your eyes towards the sky. Straighten that leg as best you can. As y'all can see, I'm struggling with this leg a little more. Hold for 2 breaths. Next inhale, back to center. Lovely. So now we're going to move into Warrior 1 and Warrior 2. Okay? So, since we just did the right side, we're going to start Warrior 1 and 2 on the left side. Okay? So, to do this is basically the same thing we did for triangle pose, except we're going to go more into a lunge position. So, I want you to turn that left foot out. You may need to scooch it up a little more. Scooch this leg back. And I want you to dip down into a lunge. So, your back foot should be turned at an angle, and your front foot should be facing forward. Your knee should be over your ankle, and going into Warrior 1, arms should be straight above. Follow it with the gaze of your eyes, breathing. If you're wobbly, that's fine. If you need to use the wall to help you with one hand, do you, boo. On the next inhale, we're going to go into Warrior 2. Excuse me, the next exhale. To Warrior 2. Hold it. Next inhale, back to center. Okay? Excellent. So now we're going to do the same thing on the other leg. Move your right foot forward in front of you. Straighten and lengthen this back leg as much as you can. If you can't lengthen this much, that's fine. If you need to have a chair in front of you, that's fine. If you need to hold the wall, that's fine. Okay? So, again, knee over the ankle, 90-degree angle, Warrior 1. Next exhale, Warrior 2. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to go back into plank from here, okay? We're going to go back into plank, and to do that, we're going to windmill with our hands. I want you to take this hand on the right side of this leg and this hand on the left, like so. Okay? Then I want you to move, I gotta take these off again. Then I want you to move this leg back with this one into plank. Plank, cobra. Cobra, we're going to wrap it up. When you feel so inclined, I want you to move down onto your forearms, like so, okay? And I want you to find a comfortable position. We're going into corpse pose, or what is also known as Savasana. And this is the most important aspect of your yoga practice. A lot of people like to just jump the gun on this one, but this is really important to re-engage with your body, to re-engage with yourself, and to come back into center, okay? So from here, find a comfortable laying position. Now, if you don't want to lay on your stomach, look, that's all you got to do. Flip on over to your back. So either lying on your stomach or on your back. I want you to take your hands, if you're laying on your back, on your heart center. If you're laying on your stomach, that's also fine. Your intent is all that you need. And I want you to repeat the following affirmations to yourself, okay? I am love. I am loved. I am love. I am loved. And I want you to continue to say these things to yourself as you lay here and re-engage with your body. I want you to remind yourself of how much you are loved and how this self-care is the most important thing that you can do for yourself right now in this moment. I know that for me, coming to the mat today with you guys has been the best part of my day. And I hope that you have greatly benefited from it as well. I hope that these beginning poses were easy for you and that you felt engaged and that you enjoyed the exercise. If you are joining us in the next section with the Reiki healing, all you need to do is remain in this position, okay? If you are not, I wish you a beautiful day. I wish you lots of love and lots of hugs from me to you. Until next time, my little love bugs. Bye. Hello, love bugs. So, as you can see, I now have set up our Reiki session for this week. And since you are now laying in Savasana, which is called corpse pose from our yoga experience, I feel like this is the best opportunity for us to help to continue your healing and your journey for this week, and that's exactly what the Reiki is going to do. This Reiki session should help increase your awareness and your insight and your personal growth, and it will address not only physical but mental and energetic imbalances that you may be having in the moment, okay? So, as you lay there, before we get started, I have a few things that I would like for you to do before we start the session. Prior to the start, you saw the video, the short clip of where I showed you the setup, and I'm going to describe that more now. But before we get started with that, I want you to make sure that you're in a comfortable position. So, if that means you need to accommodate yourself by adjusting the temperature in the room, please get up and do that. If you would like to go and gather some of your own candles or incense or things that would make you feel comfortable during the session, then I encourage you to do that as well. But if you're comfortable as you are, then go ahead and lay there comfortably. If you need a pillow, if you'd like to cover up with a blanket, that is also completely fine and acceptable. So what I want you to do is just to lay flat and keep your hands by your side. And if your legs are crossed, please uncross them, okay? During this session, all you need to do is relax and breathe normally and be receptive to the Reiki energy that is being channeled to you. And after this session, it's going to be really important for you to drink a glass of water so you can ground yourself. And it will be best if that water is room temperature, okay? So, As you lie there and get comfortable, I'm going to describe to you what to expect and what the setup is, okay? So, as you're laying there, I want you to visualize yourself in this space with me now, okay? In your mind's eye. So if you'd like to close your eyes, feel free to do that, or eyes open is definitely acceptable as well. And as you do this, I need for you to mentally or verbally aloud give me permission to channel this distance Reiki for you. Distance Reiki does not know time, space, or distance, but I do have to have your permission. So once you give me that permission through your intent, we can be able to get started and you will be able to receive this energy, okay? So let me explain the setup a little bit to you, okay? So as you see here, I've got a lot of things out. I've already cleansed and cleared the space with sage, and I've cleansed not only your energy and my energy, and that's what you see the feather for. The feather was also used to cleanse your aura, okay? There also are some candles that are lit. I have a pink sea salt candle, which is used to also cleanse you and your energy, but to also energize you. There's a neroli orange candle, which is used for healing, and then there's a white candle that is lit at the base of you, at your feet, to help bring in light as well, okay? You will also see crystals around you and at the top of your head, okay? So the crystals at your feet and at the above your head by the candles, those are going to be your protection candles, okay, during this session, to keep you well protected during this session. You also see some Reiki crystals right above your head, and I'll describe what those Reiki crystals are in just a moment, okay? You also see some incense burning, and the incense that I have burning are sage and rose. Sage, again, to help to keep the energy clear in this room as well as around you wherever you are, and rose to help you feel loved throughout this experience. So let me go ahead back to these Reiki crystals so I can describe them to you. You will see a series of 5 crystals. There's a purple one, a bluish color one, a bluish brown color, another blue, and then the last 2 you can't really see because they're pretty much clear. So the first one is called lepidolite. This crystal is going to help you to feel balanced and calmed. The next crystal is chrysocolla, which is going to help you to release dissonant energy. And then we have lapis lazuli, which is going to help you honor your power and your truth. The next crystal is a clear quartz crystal, which I'm using in place of green tourmaline. So this crystal has been programmed to heal your heart so that you can feel and accept love and gratitude, okay? And then the last crystal there is selenite. And the selenite is going to bring harmony and help you to feel connected to everything and everyone, all right? You also see above those, you see the hand mudra cards that you chose from the Pick a Card Oracle reading. These cards are here to help to remind you of what your goal is for this week to help yourself stay balanced. And I want you to remember that you can use these hand mudras at any time during the week or during your yoga practice to help you realign and to come back into center and focus on yourself and your intention, okay? You also see a bunny there, and bunny is my surrogate, and that means that since you and I are not physically together, he is going to serve as our connection. So he's going to channel that energy from the universe and from the crystals to you, okay? So that's why bunny's there. So that is the setup. I hope all of that makes sense. So now I'm going to go into talking about the benefits of Reiki and the benefits of using crystal Reiki. So Reiki in general is universal higher frequency energy that practitioners are able to use, and they act, a practitioner such as myself is a conduit, basically. We aren't doing the healing, we are just using the universal Reiki energy to channel to you, okay? And the crystals are awesome because they provide grounding energy of Mother Earth. So it's like you get concentrated energy when you use the Reiki crystals in conjunction with the Reiki crystals, okay? So that's the benefit of using Reiki and crystals with your Reiki. So now let's go into what you can expect to benefit from Reiki. So you should be able to experience increased relaxation. You should be able to feel a sense of clarity, energizement. You should feel calm, should help you to solve problems, relieve pain, accelerate natural healing, prevent progression of disease, detoxify your body, dissolve energy blockages, release emotional baggage, increase your vibrational frequency of your body, and help change negative conditioning and behavior. There are also other things that Reiki does. If you want more about that, please feel free to email me, and I can definitely get you more information on that. So what should you expect after and during the session? So you may, during the session, experience some sort of emotional response, and a lot of the time that may be crying, and that is okay. If you feel that energy, allow that emotion to flow through you naturally. Don't stop it, just let it happen, because that's you releasing whatever it is that may be causing you blockages, okay? So since you just finished doing your yoga routine, you should have been able to release a lot of that energy, but this Reiki is going to help unify that entire process, okay? So if you cried, that's okay. You may also feel feelings of hot and cold, okay? So if your body temperature fluctuates, that's completely normal. That's why I said before we get started, if you need to adjust the temperature in the room to what's most comfortable for you, then make sure you do that, okay? You may also see colors or lights, and you may have some involuntary body movements like twitching. Your stomach may rumble, and you may also fall asleep. So all of these things are very normal, okay? So in a second, I'm going to go ahead and begin. And in the beginning, you may hear me saying some things aloud, because at the start of a distance Reiki session, I do have to initiate the session. But after that, the rest of the session it will be silent, okay? So as we get started, I hope that I have explained everything well enough to you. Before we get started, though, I'm going to read some Reiki principles aloud to you, so that you can say them aloud, or you can say them in your mind, to reiterate the importance of this session, and you using your intent to accept the energy that you are about to receive, okay? So the Reiki principles go as follows, and say these aloud or again to yourself. Just for today, I will not worry. Just for today, I will not be angry. Just for today, I will do my work honestly. Just for today, I will give thanks to my many blessings. Just for today, I will be kind to my neighbor and every living thing. So I want you to take a few seconds to let that settle in, to feel that love and energy that is going to be coming to you, and to know that you are truly loved. You are truly loved by the universe, and you are truly loved by those around you, even if they don't always show it the way that we need it. And I love you too, okay? And I'm always here for you should you need me, okay? So shortly we're going to start the session, but I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to get yourself together, to settle in your energy, so that you can be prepared for this loving energy that is going to be transferred to you, okay? You won't be seeing me in this video, and that's fine, but know that I am here with you the entire time, okay? Universal Reiki energy and Mother Gaia, I ask you now to help me channel this beautiful energy for my lovely, lovely love bugs from groups 1, 2, and 3, so that they may heal and be prosperous this week and in their life. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3. Reiki session is now complete. I want you to stay here and lay here for as long as you need to become grounded again. You may need to lay here for quite a while, and that's okay. Give yourself and your body the time that it needs. But once you feel up to it, I want you to slowly get up, take a couple deep inhales through the nose and slowly out through the mouth. And once you're up, I want you to go and get you a glass of water. Give thanks to Reiki for this beautiful energy that it has given you. And continue your day feeling the love and energy and balance that the universe has afforded to you in this moment. I hope that you have a blessed day. If you need me, I'm here. Just check out my website. I'll link it below, and you can find my email and all of that good stuff to get in contact with me. Have a beautiful day and a beautiful week. I hope that this week's session has helped you, to motivate you, to encourage you to move in the direction that you choose. And as always, lots of love to you all. Can't wait to see you next week. Bye.